Hey bud, I am concerned. If you updated to iOS 14.5 today, you would have gotten this threatening message. Now it doesn't seem that threatening on the surface, but I assure you the middle one absolutely is threatening. What they are telling you, the user, if you take control over your own privacy, they will charge you for the app. This is called coercion, by the way, the practice of persuading someone to do something by using force and threats. If this isn't a threat, I don't know what is. I am absolutely disgusted by the entitlement of Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg. The fact that they're tracking you to such a degree to even give you this pop-up when you're back on the app. They're like, whoa, hey, ma'am, sir, we couldn't help but notice in tracking you that you're kind of interfering with us tracking you. We're gonna have to go ahead and get you to turn those anti-tracking features off. Like, this isn't part of the deal. Like, that's ours. Like, the ball's on these guys. And then to make their problem our problem. Oh, well, if we don't do this, we can't sell ad space to other companies to target you. It sounds like a you problem, Instagram. Imagine the audacity to steal something from someone for such a long period of time that when that person says, no, I will not be taken advantage of anymore, you threaten them. This is the equivalent of being a peeping Tom, having a pair of binoculars and staring at a girl through the window for 5 years. And then she buys a new set of curtains so you can't do it anymore. And then you have the audacity to send her a letter, a threatening letter, saying, I'm entitled to watch you in your home. Why? Because I've been doing it this whole time. Why? Because I spent a lot of money on these binoculars. How do you think I'm gonna be able to afford those? I've still got 3 payments on these. Are you gonna pay for that? Because I'm not gonna pay for that. Now don't forget about the stand that Apple is taking with this. Here's a video that Apple released.
When you're using apps on your iPhone, you may start to see this. It's the new App Tracking Transparency prompt. It's a feature that gives you a choice. A choice on how apps use and share your data. Data like your age, location, health information, spending habits, and your browsing history, to name a few. This data can help to map your runs, tag your photos, or track your location so a nearby store can offer discounts. But some apps have trackers embedded in them that are taking more data than they need, sharing it with third parties like advertisers and data brokers. They collect thousands of pieces of information about you to create a digital profile that they sell to others. These third parties use your profile to target you with ads. And they can also use it to predict and influence your behaviors and decisions. This has been happening without your knowledge or permission. Your information is for sale. You have become the product. That's why iPhone users will now be asked a single, simple question. Allow apps to track you or not? Maybe you're okay giving an app your email or location so they can share your data with others to personalize ads or build a profile about you. And if you're not, well, that's what the prompt is for. Whatever you choose is up to you. But at Apple, we believe that you should have a choice. App Tracking Transparency, a simple new feature that puts your data back in your control.
Now, Apple does this to you as well. They're also in hot water, so they're not completely innocent in this. But they are trying to give us control over what apps have what information on us. And I think that that's completely fair. It is like they say, if the product is free, you're the product. And that's the problem. We've been the product for the longest time. These billionaires are so deluded that they actually think that you're gonna feel sorry for them. Mark Zuckerberg actually took to Clubhouse to complain to everyday people how upset he is that he can no longer steal your information. You were supposed to be upset with him. Oh, Mark! I'm so sorry. Do you want me to spit in a jar, put some of my hair in there, maybe a little bit of my blood, maybe some of my semen, some of my fingerprints, and then just mail them to you? Like, what's the address, man? Like, I'm sorry. I'm upset as you are. I really am. They actually took to making full-page ads in the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and Washington Post, trying to weaponize the community into thinking they're the good guy. They're trying to anger small business, saying it's small business that suffers. Do you hate small business, Apple? Nobody feels sorry for you guys, okay? Nobody. And if you start charging for Instagram, people won't use it. Instagram is not as important as you guys think it is. You need to get off of your high horse. You guys not even invented, you guys purchased an app like 15 years ago that happened to be popular. And now you've been making hundreds of billions of dollars off of a smoke and mirrors game where you're pretending that you're providing a service, but in reality tracking every single movement we make and selling that to independent third parties. That is not the type of business that the average consumer is going to be in your corner to protect. This doesn't impact small business. It impacts small business spending money on your platform. I get it. And I would be pissed off too if I was Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would be really pissed off if I woke up one morning and found out that my business revenue was gonna be down 60% because of a single decision by Apple. I would be furious. We're standing up to Apple for small businesses everywhere. At Facebook, small business is at the core of the business. More than 10 million businesses use our advertising tools each month to find new customers, hire employees, engage with their communities. Many of the small business community have shared concerns about Apple's forced software update, which will limit businesses. First of all, that's false. They're making it sound like this is a forced thing. Like they're gonna go out of business and all small businesses are gonna go out of business because of what Apple did. It's not true. It's one button. You can, as a consumer, as a user of the app, quickly opt out of the new privacy rules. While limiting how personalized ads can be used does impact large companies like us, these changes will be devastating to small businesses, adding to many of the challenges they face right now. It's so low to say this. They're now pulling the COVID card. When businesses are already going under, you're gonna take away their revenue. Wow, Apple, wow. Small businesses deserve to be heard. We hear your concerns and we stand with you. This PR stunt to sound high and mighty, like they're really just about the small business. The last person you need small business bullshit from is Facebook. Honestly, bud, app tracking transparency, turn all tracking off. Make them come to us. I'm personally done being their cash register for the privilege of using Instagram. Their app isn't that good or that important. In the digital space, we give up our information every step of the way, and everywhere we go, somebody is making money. Somebody who's not us. In the real world, we would never let this happen. This would be like if you went to your local candy store, and then when you left, you found out that the real business isn't candy, that they actually took your fingerprints off the candy scoop and stole your identity and sold it to a bunch of other companies who now know who you are, that you are there, what kind of candy you eat, your blood sugar levels, everything. If that happened in your neighborhood, that business would be burnt to the ground by morning. It's time as regular civilians that we take back our own data and we realize the value of our data. We need to stop giving it to people for free to make millions just for the privilege of using some stupid app. We need to start getting paid for that information. You want access to that? Fine. I want my check. I like these changes. Thank you, Apple. End of rant. Deuces.